Hi guys, and welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 2. This, I believe, is part 12. We're progressing along very nicely. Apart from the one downside is the order tide is growing really strong, and my allies are all getting their shit pushed in. Malekith's basically going to be dead. Yep.
Malekith. Lokhir Fellheart. Kraken Lord. Admiral of Kar's fleets.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Okay. So if Malekith's wiped out, we're going to see an order tide probably coming our way not long from now.
Tyrant of Nagaroth. Lord of the Black Court.
Obey! Sacrifices to Mathlan! Bring fire and terror!
Black-hearted Dreadlord. Fear my malice.
Can recruit
There is growing
a hero
unrest.
shit. We can indeed. Is that with the research done?
The people
Is the
are
question I'm
displeased.
going to ask. No, it isn't, so I'm going to wait until that's done. Then I can get my level 8. So I want to recruit a couple more scouts, definitely. I'm not sure what's... Is it, have I got my capacity on it?
Death Knight is upon us.
So I can have 2 more assassins, and then I can get a death hag for each army.
By the
So I can get rid of one of these normal shade units and put a death hag in. And I can get rid of that
Dreadlord
shade
of
unit and put a
Nagaroth.
death hag in there, which is my plan.
It is time!
Death hag's really good. Might see if they can go sail and find something once
Murderous
their
lord.
army's built up. Fucking how cheap they are. 23? 23 upkeep. They're 36. They're 25. That's ridiculous. 23 upkeep for shades. Rank 9 shades.
Average.
Good God.
Next tide!
And then I can get into 169 range. There is a thing you can do as well where you can't do it on him. It's on other lords.
Vicious Dreadlord.
And it's this one. Choose a name of power that improves the lord's army. You're not always guaranteed to get something that benefits the units you're using. I wish it would be more focused on that than giving you just random units you don't use. Because that can make the Lord themselves stronger. That can make the army stronger. You're always better off making the army stronger. And there is one on there where you can get an improvement on shades. And I think it increases the range to like either close to 200 or even over 200.
Lokhir fell hot.
And when you've got shades with that kind of range, they are proper disgusting. Little Darken. I like how there's still a province of Dark Elves on North One. Oh, they've actually taken a city there now. Someone's raised the shrine again. Okay. That's now being classed as his capital, which is down. He's not in a good way. That one's good. So if I can get more of these lumberyards, they stack. Minus 3% upkeep for shades and Reaper bolt throwers. And minus 30% recruitment for the same. And then plus 2 ranks as well. Scene. Might build that there so we've got some up on the corner. I think I was going to do.
Aboard the Tower of Blessed Dread.
Well, it's just...
In Nagaroth, the weak perish.
What are we building in Oxford? In Oxford. Got space for 2 more buildings. So building the exotic animal market because it's more income. And then I'm guessing probably Palace of Dread Knights, which is another 5 public order. If I need to, I can always get rid of that and build up to a tier 2 public order building, which is like 6 more public order.
Come, join us.
In fact, I think I will do that. Fuck that building. Yeah. And give me the public order.
Cease your provocations.
See, there's not too bad because they haven't got the building yet. So they need both these buildings here. So that one's 10 public order, and then that one gives you more income from your slaves, they last longer, but you also get slave public order penalty reduced by 30%. So that'll round it off quite nicely. I might put a hold on that one for the time being.
Admiral of Kar's fleets. Bring fire and terror. A mutiny.
Oh.
Sacrifices to Mathlan.
Tyrant.
And how many provinces he's got? I think that's tic-tac-toe.
Tyrant of Nagaroth. We have a deal. Lord of the Black Court. Black-hearted Dreadlord.
I'll keep him there for the time being.
A vile plan.
Then I can always move there if they need the help presently. Public order though can be so low in all areas.
We are displeased.
Aboard the
I
Tower
mean, I've
of
literally
Blessed
got 4
Dread.
public order on, and that's just to counter either taxes or difficulty level. And even then that puts me what,
By the cruel seas.
-6, not including faction power, but that's because the public order's maxed out. Has like a pendulum type system where when you get too much public order it gives you a huge minus, which brings it down a bit, but then that drops off over time. Like this one for example hasn't got it, so that one has just got faction -12, but this one's still got that. So like if I take the difficulty out, then I've got -9. Corruption's at -4? Why? See, this is one thing that's always bothered me with some of the buildings in this game, is the untainted of certain buildings are more effective on certain factions. And I think personally, they should all be the same effectiveness. So if some factions can have like +12 or +15 untainted, all the factions should have that same level of untainted to keep it balanced. Otherwise it means some buildings aren't quite as good for whatever reason, which is really fucking weird, because they all do the same thing, because that only gives +9, and I'm pretty sure the Empire equivalent is like +12 untainted or
I
something.
command.
Because realistically, when it comes to the taint, like my public order, my corruption there's -4. Realistically, that shouldn't be any higher than -2 if you've got your max untainted building and there's not something in the province ramping it right up. So if it's just the passive chaos corruption, which is what this is here, which is +1 all provinces in the world, that shouldn't be higher really than like -1. It's a bit high. Untainted buildings should do a better job of keeping it
Admiral
in
of
check.
Kar's fleets.
that one's also good. Just got +1 public order. So many good research.
Bring fire and terror. Aboard the Tower of Blessed Dread.
Probably going to build that then. More public order. Large recruit rank. Yeah.
You have my attention. The question is, what?
Military alliance, but they're demanding 4,650 from me. He's still strength rank 2 for some reason. And I'm strength rank 9. But, well, I'm not going to pay you, no. And at the moment, I'm pretty sure you're getting your ass kicked. How is strength rank 2? I don't know. He's only got 4 settlements. And somehow his strength rank 2. Etein's got 35 settlements but a strength rank 5. Okay. Empire strength rank 3 with 33 settlements. How the hell is he strength rank 2 with 4 settlements? He must have some really strong armies. I bet he's got Black Orcs floating around. But he's got a shitload of those.
Dreadlord
With really
of
fucking
Nagara.
decent armies inside them. And obviously, because they cost, like, literally fuck all. That entire army costs 532. It's nothing. The
Sacrifices
equivalent
to
on
Mathlag.
land costs 3,626. It's a ridiculous increase in cost. It's like over 7 times the amount.
Tyrant of Nagara.
The people grow restless.
So move for Harkins. Lean siege to that again. What is that faction? There's the man faction. Cult of Sotek. That's the only settlement. So if that gets destroyed, are they gone then?
By the cruel seas.
We've pretty much got these built up. We just need the last building in the chain, which is going to take some turns to get.
Cease your provocations.
Yeah. I mean, even that one. That's the last population surplus point, and that's 13 turns. Yeah, that's going to be a while. So what I could do is recruit a ward. and see where
Torture
the
and debauchery await within.
next lot's going to take me. So before I do this, I'm at 8,724.
Noble of Nagaroth. Cruel Dreadlord.
Average.
Establish a garrison.
I care not.
See what happens with that.
Admiral of Kar's fleets.
Loyalty's really fucking low though, so worry. Nope, dwarves declared war on Warfric. No, and there goes Warfric.
Aboard the Tower of Blessed Dread.
Loyalty sharp, good. Good, 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 good.
Fellheart ready.
Cruel Dreadlord.
Oh, they did get wiped out. Fair enough. One more Lizardman faction gone.
Noble of Nagaroth.
What's this linked to? Oh, Lumberyard.
Ready.
Dread Commander!
Sacrifices to Mathlan.
So these have all gone up in price again now, you'll notice. 283, 241, 199, 147. And it's purely because of this thing here. Code supply lines. Oh, that one actually. Number of armies 2. Army upkeep increased 15%. Additional upkeep 891.
Lord,
Which is going to get more as I recruit more units there essentially.
Black-hearted
It doesn't affect
Dreadlord.
these. Oh, in fact, no, it does affect these. Oh. I didn't think it affected them beforehand. That's peculiar. Because I'm pretty sure I remember having a 1.2 Black Orcs and one army. And a second Black Orc didn't apply the supply lines debuff. But obviously a ground army does, and it affects the Black Orcs. Interesting. So if I...
Black-hearted Dreadlord.
See, that doesn't increase it at all.
What now?
Feared Warrior!
Hated land.
No, it doesn't. That's weird.
Dreadlord.
So
of
the ground-based
Druid.
armies increase the upkeep for the Black Arcs,
Going ashore.
but not the other way around. Interesting.
As presents.
Fear my malice.
Oh god. Yes, I'm still not very well as of this recording, unfortunately. I apologise. I don't often get sick. Oh.
Power dark and violent! Go on.
Part of the crew. This
Oh, they
world
level
has
up.
their uses.
Ugh.
Attend me. Yes. Corsairs to me. Hide with the tides.
And I've got another province here I can take. I'm gonna take it. How strong's this purple faction? Wherever the fuck they are. Oh, can I not see them or something? I must have been able to see them yet, they're not on here. Oh, okay. But these are definitely worth having just for the Timberlarder Young, because it's more upkeep reduction for Sheeds and recruitment cost reduction for Sheeds.
Kraken calls! So be it. A new lair for the Kraken. Speak!
What was that thing I got? I don't care about that. Not when it's only for 8 turns. Such a small buff. If it's going to be a buff like that, it should either be indefinite or at least a good amount of turns, like 50. 8 turns.
Kraken Lord!
You can't even move anywhere in 8 fucking turns.
Bring fire and terror.
What now?
Yeah, let's get that upgraded. Might as well.
Dreadlord.
I can keep him there for the time being, just as him. I don't need to build him an army quite yet. I'd rather wait until I've got, like, his buildings maxed out like that. And then I need the Shade building and the Blackguard building as well. Let's get them maxed out, and then this one as well, the main building. That's like, what? Minus 60% upkeep, yeah, it'd be insane.
Lord of the Black Court.
Every 4 turns I can recruit Death Hags.
By the cruel seas.
That's one of mine as well.
Amuse the Kraken Lord of Karen.
Do you want a military alliance for? You want a military alliance off me, Malik, if start gaining some territories back? Otherwise I'll just let you die. Some people might be thinking, oh, why don't you confederate him? There's a chance I probably could, but I don't want to confederate him.
Master of Karen.
I prefer, unless I deliberately want to start a campaign with the intent of
A mutiny.
yeah, unless I want to deliberately start a campaign with the intent of balls. I just recruited a lord. Fuck. Could have gotten 5 ranks higher. Actually, I don't think that would have applied to her, because I'd be a new lord, I think. Let's have a check.
Druki servant.
Yeah, it wouldn't have applied, because that's one of the other lords from that previous faction up there. And she's still level 3, but he's now level 6. What was her trade? I
Yes.
didn't have a look. Weapon strength 10%, charge bonus 8. It's not bad. I can work with it.
Blood of the Fellhearts.
And what would we have? Because we don't have as many things on this one, do we? So like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 on the end, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 and put on the dragon. So we could also go 36, 37. We could even go 38, 39 and 40. So we could even take the elven healing.
Master of cruelty. Merciless one.
Look how much that cost though. For 10 units, 3,083.
Admiral of Kar's fleet.
This is 4,399 for 20. That's because he's got all these upgrades. So he's got his quartermaster, he's got his renowned and feared. So expensive.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Dreadlord of the Druki.
Black-hearted.
Basically just gone from 8,000 a turn down to 4,000 a turn by recruiting a lord and 9 units and then a admiral for my next Black Ark. Why can I recruit a third? So I'm pretty sure that only applies to cities. It's supposed to be you get +1 to your Black Arks for every coastal city that you own. And I only own Star Tower. And I had 1 in the beginning. And that would allow me to recruit a second essentially.
Sacrifices to Mathlan.
What the fuck?
Slon.
He's actually strong. He's got 14
Obey.
summons.
Lokhir Fellheart. Ready for ambush.
Favored of the Witch King.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
2 turns, then we get +2 for Death Hags and Assassins. Nice. It's a shame I've got to destroy Lokhir Harkon because he could be potentially a decent ally if he becomes quite strong. But I've got to destroy as part of the victory conditions for some reason.
Power at last.
It's quite weird to be fair.
Cruel and deadly.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Noble blood!
Aboard the Tower of Blessed Dread. Very well. I am going. Hide with the tides.
Undead pirates!
What the fuck is this? He's actually spamming button Prometheans. That could actually give my army some trouble, to be fair with you. Because they're both fast moving and pretty good in combat. And armoured to fucking nines. He's basically got undead cavalry essentially, but the giant crabs.
Bring fire and terror.
Cruel Dreadlord!
Lord of the Black Court.
Wolf Harkins on his dragon.
I waited long enough.
Nice.
Fine. By the cruel seas. Show me the compass. Dedicate this place to Mathlan. It is time.
Noble of Nagaroth! Nagaroth nobility!
Keep those there for the time being. Into those ones. Right, okay. We need ourselves some heroes. We do.
Noxious potions! Priestess to the Druki! Later.
A loyal first mate.
attack weapon strength seems pretty good to me. I don't really need these ones because they're going to be basically in the army the entire time. That one could be handy though, definitely. I need to get to level 10 for Cauldron of Blood, then I can start updating the stats.
Has presence.
Okay.
Part of the crew.
Last time I can spend points on. Okay, fair enough.
Druki Lord.
Definitely increase that up. At least we've still got a decent amount of money though coming in return. The money's growing like, exponentially, which is good. It's good, it's good, it's good.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Death Hag!
Dreadlord. Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
Observing these thralls.
Go. Then again, the other animal got one as well. Cannibal Veil, he has, yeah. So you don't need that because you're ranged. Give that to your Death Hag. She can use it.
Druki! Hag of Cain! Bride of madness! Moving amongst them.
There we go. Yeah, I don't think he needs that either, really.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Master of cruelty.
It'd be okay, but
Noxious
the
potions.
admirals are more hybrid. But as it says, armored piercing missiles. They've got 125 range and 501 weapon strength missiles with 40 ammo. They basically just use a crossbow or a bow and sit back and fire. They've got okay melee attack and defense, 16 melee attack, 45 melee defense, which will go up, but they're not designed for melee. Pretty much. That's why a lot of their abilities, like Loose and Darken the Skies, are ranged ones. Since the one at the end of their volley of dark arrows. If they were a melee character, these would be melee options instead. Now, with them being a hybrid, this is one thing I've thought they should do is like a quality of life change. They should have 2 options here, 2 options here, 2 options here, and then probably 2 options there as well. And then one should be a melee option, and one should be a ranged option, and then you can choose which way you want to build your hybrid lord. So you could do a bit of mix and match, do a bit of ranged and a bit of melee, or you could build all ranged or all melee. Because generally with lords, unless you're taking a sorceress, melee's better. They're more durable, they can have a bigger impact on the game, especially if they're on a nasty mount, a flying mount.
What?
Sacrifices to Maflan.
They're attacking that. Nice. You come... Where's our border divide? There. What I will do is... I want a... assassin.
Noxious potions. I have just the poultice.
And there we go.
Priestess to the Druki, observing these fools. Death Hag! Ever onwards!
Aboard the Tower of Blessed Dread.
Yes, yes.
Avoid the first mate.
What I might do is, I might save my skill point at level 9 and put that into Bride of King. Because then she's got 10% resistance, 10 physical resistance. And then also stick her onto the Cauldron of Blood. On it, she becomes a large target, so she's easier for range units to shoot. But unlike players, they don't like turn every range unit onto just shooting one of yours, unless it's out ahead of your army and it's the only target that's in range to shoot. But even then, I've seen Death Hags take so much punishment and just keep on going, because they've got, as I said, they've got some weird form of generation on those shrines.
Dark destiny.
And they are beyond disgusting. And if you tool them out as well and get them some decent armor, a decent ward save or something,
Bring fire and terror.
they're just a nightmare to kill. Build that for the time being for some growth. I'll build it in there as well, and that's ready.
Dark servant.
Presence.
So it gives, looking at that, it gives magic resist, it gives fear and terror, which is good for breaking enemy soldiers, which is good. It gives 2 of the buffs on the end. There's no way to like lock in what they are, I don't think. No. The reason I'm putting him there and not there is, one, with him being in my territory, provides a public order benefit, and 2, if he's in their territory and it's corrupted, eventually your characters can get a trait called Insane.
Your need.
And with this trait,
Soon.
I think they then
Soon.
they reduce public order, and I think it increases their cost or something. I can't remember. I've only had it like a few times before, but it's not something you want on your characters. So you're better off not keeping them in untainted lands too much. That's why, example, I'm sending this hero here to keep an eye on the
Bow
awakening,
before the Kraken,
so
and I may
I can
hold the
pick my
sliver
point
of mercy.
when I want to attack. And if I keep him on land, Jimbo Sea Legs.
While on my deck,
Nice.
you will do as I...
Fuck off, Noctilus. Malekith's getting his ass proper whooped. So what I can do is from here, I can move my hero to there. I can keep an eye on the awakening and the surrounding territory. It's got its full maxed out garrison. It's level 5. So the garrison's going to make it hard to take. But if I can try and hit it without an army being inside it, it'll be easier to take than there being an army in there like there were the one in it, so when there was an army and the garrison.
Heartless hag!
Hated landwalkers!
Moving amongst them.
Kraken calls!
There we go. His army's basically complete, apart from at some point I do want to turn the normal shades into shades of great swords, and then that's basically it.
Speak!
Yes.
That army is complete. That's the type of army that they'll be having. So all shades of great swords, Death Hag in there. Death Hag's now cost 48. What the fuck?
Black-hearted Dreadlord.
Manga out. No, save that. We want these first.
Dreadlord!
I command!
Because we'll only be in the city and the town, kind of like here, we're not going to have much in the way of growth. The growth's going to be kind of sucky. Now at least there, it's 5 turns until population surplus 0.4, but I need 5 to get this maxed out, so it's going to take a bit of time. So if I build the growth buildings in here temporarily, it'll speed that up. The plan was to take these 2 and take that, but Luther Harkon went and occupied it for some stupid reason. It had been destroyed for ages and then he goes and occupies it. Have these got anything in them? Medicinal plants again, and then that one's obviously a port, which is more money. But I got the one that I wanted.
By the cruel
So I want the Umbiard.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
So I can also recruit a 3rd Key Knight Assassin. Just thinking, do I recruit one now or do I wait? I can actually recruit 2 more Assassins apparently. Why 2 more?
Dreadlord of the Druki.
How much
Dark
do we get for
Lord!
upkeep on these things? Hero capacity +1 for Death Hags and Key Knight Assassins. I've only got 3, right? 1, 2, 3. You don't get 1 base. And that just increases the ranks, doesn't increase the capacity. Very strange. Don't know why that is. I see there's there's a cost to it, up and down. So he costs 288. As does he. Because it's not based on the level. They just have a base cost. And because these guys aren't going to be inside armies, they use the scouts. Scouts and to kill enemy assassins. So you don't really bother about the yellow tree, apart from at the end, because you're not really going to use it. So you won't ever get that one, because they're not going inside armies. This one's okay, because it's in the local area. So you get more income from slaves while they're in that area. Obviously you want immortality at level 20. If you were going to go in an army, you would take Stalker, but you don't need Stalker if you're not going in an army. Otherwise, you'd also take Scavenge. You can max out these options as well: Assault Units, Assault Garrison. Extra chances to both level up your hero and something else for them potentially to do. I don't touch these three at all, because although it looks really good on paper that the assassins do 800 damage that's poisoned, the damage is wank on them for ranged. You're better off sending them into melee, and that's why you take things like Dark Venom. It's a buff plus 90% base weapon damage, so they really, really fucking hurt. And basically they just go in and they can wipe out enemy lords and heroes with a good degree of ease. But as I said, I'm not using them that way. I'm using mine as scouts. So they provide me forward line of sight on enemy units. Now, 288 is quite a bit for a hero. So that's the reason I wouldn't really recruit another one. At the moment. But on the plus side, every turn they're sat doing nothing, they gain experience. So they do rank up. And obviously once at level 20, they're immortal. They can't die. They can only ever be wounded. And then they're going to begin to be pretty decent assassins who can take out enemy heroes before enemy heroes become a problem. And because they can murder enemy heroes, physically kill them with the assassinate,
I care not.
They can do something your other heroes can't by physically killing an enemy character as long as it isn't immortal itself. I mean, if I took 288 off of that, I'd have 3001 gold. Which is not bad, and it is going to go up.
Hateful bidding!
I mean, that I can upgrade in one turn. And then I can build the 2 more buildings there.
The chill winds blow.
That's going to be a while, because it's 6 turns until population surplus 4. And that's 5 turns to population surplus 4. So they're going to take a hot minute. And I have got these building, but again, these are going to take a while. Fuck it, I'll build one more.
For mercy.
Or recruit one more, shall I say. Give me this guy. Come park his butt there.
Blood of the Bellhearts.
One guy actually, give me that. Just thought I don't really need that as of right now, I suppose. I don't think it actually benefits you at all during like agent actions. I just take it because it's one of the ones I can take. These ones you always take one of, because they all give the assassinate action additional plus 3% success chance. So it's obviously worth taking one. But in my opinion, these two aren't that really worth taking. That is the main one. It's a 40-second buff that does 90% increased damage. In them 40 seconds, you can kill your target. In most cases. Unless it's a proper decked out legendary lord. But then you don't usually send a hero in alone to kill a legendary lord. You usually back him up with at least one more hero or your own lord.
Bow before the Kraken, and I may...
Why not? Skaven's miles away, other side of the world. And the way things are going at the moment, I might need Skaven to cowboy up and help me out. These have got a lot of fucking heroes. See, like if this guy starts doing something annoying now.
Every skull that decorates this...
What the hell? I'm not paying you for it when it's equal money.
Acknowledged at last.
Ready! Part of the crew.
Merciless one!
So example is, sometimes these heroes will just sit here, but because the AI can get away with attacking you and not have to worry about souring relations like we do as a player, they'll sometimes start doing agent actions against you. Other times they just sit there basically because they're watching your province and watching your army. They're basically using them as scouts like I'm doing. Obviously mine's just further back because they don't need to be sat in a province that's full of fucking corruption.
Speak!
It says buildings and commandments for vampiric corruption. That shouldn't be the case though, because they shouldn't have any commandments. Could probably have buildings, but shouldn't have commandments.
Dreadlord!
Murderous lord. Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
Give me that. That one maxed out first and it upkeep's right down there. Plus I think that also increases my black art growth.
Tyrant.
Yeah, it does.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Just seeing how much it increased by, because sometimes you'll get like a growth up to a certain point and then it'll stop.
Malevolent lord.
Black-hearted Dreadlord.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Give that her, actually. In fact, no, give that.
favored of the Witch King.
Yes!
But right, things are going along nicely. You seem to be... Ah, yes, sorry about that. Getting to where we need to be. And then I've got my 3 heroes positioned across in a line, basically. One watching there, one watching the middle, and then one watching here. Obviously, there is a problem here sometimes where the dwarves can come and attack you, or these purple guys can even walk through and come at you this way. But like, it's, for example, it's pretty much got its 4 garrison minus the 1 upgrade there. And the walls, obviously. 4 walls as well, actually. So it just needs 2 more upgrades and then it's got full maxed out top quality garrison. But if they attack that with an army, generally they won't attack it and engage in the siege the same turn. So they'll usually wait 2 to 3 turns and build whatever siege equipment they want, which means I can get Lokhir Fellheart down here to scare them off or engage in a battle beforehand. And if it's one army, say 120 stack against a garrison, I can probably beat 120 stack as long as it's not too OP. Where with the town's garrison, you generally can't. Town garrisons aren't meant to beat a 420 stack army. Right. I'll call it here on turn 135. Let me save this. So if you guys have enjoyed, please give me a like. If you're new around here, please drop me a subscription, helps grow the channel. Really appreciate it, and it's free. And if you leave me a comment below, I'll respond to you. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day.